दृष्टुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। Dear students, today we will discuss the preparation and properties of the carboxylic acids. It is another important organic compound because all organic compounds they end with the carboxylic acid. When you take an alkane, an oxidation forms alcohol, alcohol on oxidation forms an aldehyde, aldehyde on oxidation forms carboxylic acid. The carboxylic acid on oxidation produces, or decarboxylation produces carbon dioxide and water. So every organic compound, they start with hydrocarbon and end with the carboxylic acid. So what is a carboxylic? We will start with the preparation and properties of the carboxylic acids. The COOH group is the functional group. Is a functional group, and the compounds containing COOH group are called as carboxylic acid. So this is hydrocarbon, or H is the hydrocarbon. From hydrocarbon we remove H and put COH. So this is called RCOH. So this compound is called as carboxylic acid. So those carboxylic acids contain one COH group are called as monocarboxylic acid or carboxylic acid. Those who contain two COH group, they are called as tricarboxylic acid, and those who contain three COH groups, they are called tricarboxylic acids, and contain carboxylic acids containing three or containing more than three carboxylic acid groups are called as polycarboxylic acids. So far we are concerned, we will be discussing today the monocarboxylic acid, or it is called as carboxylic acid. And then what is this carboxylic? Then you look, what is the functional group? The functional group is COH group. The moment we see the COH group, the carboxylic acid group, it appears as if it contains a carbonyl group, which you have discussed in aldehyde and ketone, and a OH group, hydroxyl group, as alcohol. But actually this COH group is not an union of carbonyl group and hydroxyl group. The moment, so the COH group, the carboxylic acid group, looks as if a union of carbonyl group and OH group. If you look to the carboxylic acid, it looks as a union of carbonyl group and OH group, but it is not a mere union of carbonyl group and hydroxyl group. It is independent functional group. Why? The moment we take the carboxylic acid, RCOH, when we take this OH group its bond length comes to 1.36 angstrom unit, and this bond length comes to 1.2 angstrom unit. If we measure the bond length of the carbon CO group, bond length comes to 1.2 angstrom unit and COH group come to 1.36 angstrom unit. But the moment we go to alcohol, RCHHOH alcohol, this bond length comes to 1.43 angstrom unit. So the CO bond of carboxylic acid is not the COH bond of alcohol. And if you come to carbonyl compound RCO ketone, this bond length comes to 1.23 angstrom unit. This comes to 1.23 angstrom unit, where this comes to 1.2. This comes to 1.2 angstrom unit when this comes to as 1.23 angstrom unit. In carbonyl group, in a carbonyl compound, the CO bond length, C double bond O, comes as 1.2 angstrom unit. But in carboxylic acid, the CO double bond is 1.23 angstrom unit. In alcohol, COH bond length is 1.43 angstrom unit, whereas in carboxylic acid it comes to 1.36 angstrom. But that means what? The CO bond length, C double bond O bond length of carboxylic acid is longer than those of carbonyl compounds. And COH bond length, is shorter than the COH bond length of alcohol. So this measurement from the spectroscopic data confirm us that COH group is not a union of carbonyl group and hydroxyl group as it appears. It is an independent functional group. Then why it happens? Now because of mutual interaction, because of mutual interaction, the CO group is not the CO group of carbonyl compounds, the OH group is not the alcoholic group. If you go to the chemical properties confirm that this carboxylic acid does not give the reactions of carbonyl group. What is the important reaction of carbonyl group? Nucleophilic addition reaction. Carbonyl compounds undergo nucleophilic addition reaction, whereas carboxylic acid does not undergo nucleophilic addition reaction. In alcohol, the OH group is neutral. Whereas here the carboxylic acid is acidic. So the OH group of carboxylic acid is not an alcoholic hydroxyl group, and it is not the CO group is not a carbonyl group. The COH group is an independent functional group. Now we'll come to the nomenclature of this carboxylic acid, the common name and IUPAC name. Let's come to the first molecular formula of carboxylic acid. This is RH is alkane. When you remove H and put COOH, we get RCOOH. So the alkene has general molecular formula CnH2n plus 2, and it has CnH2n plus 1 COOH. Or if you take this, C, it becomes Cn plus 1 and H2n plus 2 O2, or you can say CnH2n O2. So it has the molecular formula CnH2nO2 or CnH2n plus 1 COH. The carboxylic acids have the molecular formula CnH2n plus 1 COH or CnH2nO2. So that means it is an ultimate oxidation product of an alkane. It is an ultimate because R remains same and this COH group comes. So one of the carbon atom of the alkane undergoes oxidation to form COH group. So CnH2nO2 or CnH2n plus 1 COH is the molecular formula. Now come to the nomenclature of the carboxylic acid. If you come to nomenclature, the IUPAC name, if you come to nomenclature, if you come to IUPAC name, this RH is alkane and this is COOH and this becomes as RCOOH. So this is alkane and this COH group, according to IUPAC nomenclature, the COH group is called as oic acid. It is called as oic acid. COH group, alcohol, OH group is OL, carbonyl group is ONE, just like double bond is EN, triple bond is YN, like that COH group is called oic acid. So from this alkane, we are removing hydrogen, attaching COH group, and we are removing hydrogen and attaching COH group. So alkane minus E plus oic acid. So this comes as alkanoic acid. Alkanoic acid. Now if you look at the compound, so this is alkanoic acid, IC acid. What is IC acid? When a atom uses its higher valence state and forms an acid, oxy acid, then its name ends in IC acid. Sulfuric acid, the sulfur atom has oxidation state +6. Phosphoric acid, the phosphorus atom has oxidation state 5. Carbonic acid, the carbon atom has oxidation number +4. Here also you have the oxidation number plus highest oxidation state using, so oxy acid, IC acid, and O stands for organic, IC stands for the oxy acid, and alkane comes to the hydrocarbon. So it is, you get a alkanoic acid. Now when you come to, it's a common name, so this common name, they are called as fatty acids. These compounds are called as fatty acids, as most of them are derived from fats. They are named They are named according to their occurrence. Because the common name is a name given to an organic compound depending on its origin, occurrence, or peculiar properties it exhibits, or a name given as such. So they are called as fatty acids because most of them are derived from fats, and the fat from which they are derived or the compound from which they are derived, according to them the name is given. So now we will go to both write the name of this common name and IUPAC name of these carboxylic acids at one place, so that it will be easy for us to understand. So they constitute a homologous series. All organic compounds, they constitute a homologous series. What is homologous? When those compounds, they have following characteristics, they are said to constitute homologous series. They can be represented by a general molecular formula. They have similar identical functional group. Each member differ from the succeeding member by a unit CS2. The molecular mass increases by 14 atomic mass unit. They can be prepared by similar general methods of preparation, and they exhibit similar physical and chemical properties with regular gradation. So these are the characteristics of a members of homologous series. All carboxylic acid, they constitute an homologous series. They have the general molecular formula CnH2n plus 1 COH, and accordingly the molecular formula increased by CS2, molecular mass increased by 14. They are prepared by similar general methods of preparation. They exhibit similar physical and chemical characteristics. So molecular formula is CnH2n plus 1 COH. Their common structure. Then we write the common name, IUPAC name, then we will write the common name, IUPAC name, then common name. When n equal to 0, we get the formula as HCOOH. Why n equal to 0? Because we want to have a carboxylic acid with one carbon atom. N equal to 0 we put. So the structure will be HCOH. So the IUPAC name is what? Alkanoic acid. Alkanoic acid. So one carbon atom is there, derivative of methane. So it is called methanoic acid. And it is called as formic acid. It is called as formic acid because it occurs in red ant. So formica is red ant. So from there it occurs in the red ants. So it is formic acid because when a red ant bites such, we have a burning sensation. The reason because it injects a fluid in it. It is a gift of nature to the ant. The moment it comes across a abstraction, it releases the fluid, and that fluid is acidic, and it comes from formica, the red ant, and is called as formic acid. Then n equal to 1, it is CH3COOH. So CH3COH. 2 carbon atoms are there, derivative of ethanoic acid, and it is called as acetic acid. It It is called as acetic acid because it derived from acetum. It is derived from acetum. That acetum is vinegar. In Latin language, this acetum vinegar is called as acetum. And it occurs in vinegar, hence it is called acetic acid. So if you go to the market and you will ask for the vinegar, he will give a bottle, and if you read the bottle, written there synthetic vinegar. Why? Now because the vinegar is a wells. There were wells in Italy. There are wells, and those wells, if you we are taking out water. So where you take that liquid from the wells, that is nothing but acetic acid. Exactly. So the vinegar is in Latin language is called acetum. It occurs in vinegar, so it is called acetic acid. Now when n equal to 2 we put, this is C2H5COOH. So its structure will be CS3, CS2, COOH. It is called a propanoic acid. It is called propanoic acid. So its common name is propionic acid. Propionic acid because it comes from propion. Is the first fat. This was the first fat to be known. So propion has a compound of proton. Protos means first, and pion is the fat. That pion is the fat, and so recalled as a propion is the first fatty acid. Formic acid is not first fatty acid. Acetic acid is not first fatty acid. The first fatty acid is propionic acid. If you come to C3H7COOH, we get it is CS3, CS2, CS2, COOH. It is called butyric acid. It is called as butyric acid. Butyrum. Sorry, it is called as IUPAC name is butanoic acid. IUPAC name is butanoic acid because 4 carbon atoms are there. Derivative of butane, butanoic acid. It is called as butyric acid because it comes from butyrum, butter. Butyrum is butter, so it occurs in butter, butyric acid. Then the next is C4H9COOH. This is CS3, CS2, 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 COH. It is called valeric acid. It is called as valeric acid. Sorry, it is called pentanoic acid. IUPAC name is pentanoic acid. Pentanoic acid. It is called as valeric acid because it occurs in the valerina. The fat is valerina. The name of the fat is valerina, so it is called as fatty acid. So very strange coincidence. Letter V stands for 5. Letter V stands for 5, and there are 5 carbon atoms. It is a coincidence, not anything else. It's a coincidence. So it is called valeric acid, and valerina is the fat. This is the carboxylic acids constitute a homologous series. They are called as fatty acids. They are named according to the fat from which they are derived or their occurrence. Formic acid comes from formica, not a fatty acid. Acetic acid is acetum, vinegar, it's not a fatty acid. The rest all others are derived from fats. So they are named according to the fat from which they are derived. Now we'll come to what are this isomerism the carboxylic acids exhibit. because in every organic compound, in aliphatic compound, they exhibit structural isomerism. So these carboxylic acids, they exhibit isomerism. They exhibit structural isomerism. What is that? CPFM, chain isomerism, position isomerism, and functional isomerism and metamerism. So they will not exhibit metamerism, they will exhibit chain isomerism, position isomerism, and functional isomerism. So depending when there are more than 4 carbon atoms in the long chain, we may have a chain isomerism and there will be a position isomerism. But COH group is always at the end. You have the COH group is always at the end of the compound, and their first carbon atom taking the COH group as the number 1 carbon atom, they are named. So but functional, the exhibit important is their functional isomerism. So both the carboxylic acid, both carboxylic acid and ester have same molecular formula. They have same molecular formula but different functional group. Different functional group. Hence, a carboxylic acid is a functional isomer of ester. Carboxylic acid is a functional isomer of ester. Now let's come to CH3COH. If you take the example, CH3COH is acetic acid, carboxylic acid. Now you want the functional isomer, just you take a turn, 180-degree turn, you can get the compound. So what will you do? Just H, then COO you keep, then you write CH3. So what you do? You remove this H, get the H here, and get the CH3 here, you get the ester. So this is methyl and this is formate. So this is methyl formate. So methyl formate is the functional isomer of acetic acid and its IUPAC name is methyl methanoate. Methyl methanoate. Methyl methanoate. These are functional isomers. Acetic acid has one functional isomer, that is methyl formate or methyl methanoate. Now let's come to the propionic acid. If you come to propionic acid, propanoic acid or propionic acid. So this is CH3, CH2, COOH. So this is propionic acid. So it's, if you write now esters, so you take H, you get the H this side and get the alkyl. This is the alkyl group. We will take the alkyl group here and we will get the H here. So we will get a compound. So we will get H, COO, CH2, CH3. I am taking a trick. We will not remember anything. Just change the position. So this is what? Ethyl. And this is formate. So it is formate, this is ethyl. So ethyl formate or ethyl methanoate. This is one isomer, methyl methanoate. Then we take one CH3 this side and take H this side. So if we can get this also, CH3 COO CH3. 3 carbon atoms, 1 carbon atom, 2 carbon, 3 carbon atom. So we root 1 carbon atom here, 1 CH3. So this is methyl and is acetate. So this is methyl acetate, methyl acetate or methyl ethanoate. Its IUPAC name is methyl ethanoate. So this is the way they exhibit the functional isomerism. All carboxylic acids, they are the functional isomers of esters. If there are 4 carbon atoms, here are 3 carbon atoms. If you go to butyric acid, the butyric acid will exhibit chain isomerism and the functional isomerism. So because there the butyric acid can be isobutyric acid and N-butyric acid and isobutyric acid, then that can exhibit you the functional isomerism. If you come to butyric acid, that can be isobutyric acid and the esters, you can get this. Now these all about the isomerism they exhibit. Now we'll come to general methods of preparation. General methods of preparation of carboxylic acids. So what is general method? When you want RH, we are taking RH and we get RCOH. So we have known in case of alcohols on oxidation, primary alcohol on oxidation forms aldehyde, aldehyde on oxidation forms carboxylic acid. Then acid derivatives on hydrolysis, they form the carboxylic acid. The nitrile group, cyanogen group on hydrolysis form the carboxylic acid. And when the carboxylic acid is decarboxylated, it produces carbon dioxide. Hence, if you take the carbon dioxide and add an alkyl group to that and hydrolyze, then also we can get the carboxylic acids. But formic acid can be prepared not by these methods, by other methods. So in our next class, I will discuss to you the general methods of preparation of carboxylic acid. So you just subscribe our channel by pressing the bell button, bell icon, and like the channel. Then when we come to next class or upload, you will have all notifications. Thank you so much to be with us.